Welcome back to the Fanspeak Network. We are live, and Tyler, the best ball subscription is now live, just $34.99 for an entire year. That's right, Tyler. I've already been breaking down the emails. We're checking out which rookie tight ends are that we're going to go for. $34.99. It's less than the price of 2 entries, and I think it'll increase your ROI enough that it's definitely worth it for you. If you're going to do more than 5 entries in Underdog, or of course with us on DraftKings this year, make sure you take advantage of that cheap price for the Fanspeak Best Ball subscription, just $34.99 an entire year. Tyler, we're going to be looking back, man. It's going to be one of those things like 10 years from now. Like, I can't believe this is only $34.99, right? Like when I watched those old movies that I love so much, and gas was like 10 cents a gallon. How you doing today, Tyler?
Oh, I'm good. Ready to do another draft. I mean, I think our first draft went pretty good. We got some Derrick Henry shares. Might try and talk you into some more. But I did a couple drafts.
We're drafting Derrick Henry again?
Maybe we'll see where we fall, spread.
Unbelievable.
We'll see where we fall on the board. But I mean, over on Underdog, our guy's going in like the 15, 16 range. He's at 11 on this board, so you can get him on the turn over there. Been doing some drafts over there, but now we're back in the DraftKings street. So ready to do a draft. There's not much news for us to talk about really either. I mean, you got anything?
Well, the schedule didn't come out. So we got Chiefs Broncos week 16, right?
Chiefs Broncos week 16. There's some games that are lined up here, like all the international games.
And the other one I think is Cowboys Eagles, right?
Cowboys Eagles is this Thursday night opener. Eagles are 6.5 point favorites with a 46 total. Eagles
okay, so the ones that I care about more are the playoff ones. What came out? They came out during the playoffs.
Yeah. Some other games we got.
Up, or do you want me to pull it up?
What did you want pulled up?
Pull up what they've announced so far, and then
that's what I was going through them, and it cut me off. You confused me a little bit, spread.
Sorry about that.
But the next game that they have on the board that's listed is Minnesota and Pittsburgh, which is the Dublin game, I believe. Minnesota's 2.5 point favorites there with a 41.5 point total. I kind of favor Minnesota there, just like the books do.
Are these upright? Wait, you favor Minnesota? Is hell frozen over? Oh, my bad. JJ McCarthy's so much better than Sam Darnold.
I mean, look at this Look at the quarterback.
I don't have these numbers up.
Yeah, the quarterback room for the Steelers is absolutely terrible. Mason Rudolph, Skylar Thompson, and the rookie Will Howard.
Aaron
He's
Rodgers
not there yet.
Good. Are you excited about that, dude? Dude, doesn't it suck, dude? I spent all year destroying him last year. Now I have to root for him.
You might not. He might end up in a different gold and black with now Derek Carr retiring. Never know.
That'd be so dumb.
Yeah, but then the next game they have up, Minnesota and Cleveland. Minnesota stays over there, and they play the following week. They play Cleveland. They're 7 point favorites over Cleveland.
I don't have any lines up for this.
And then I have Denver and the Jets. I believe that's overseas. It's a 9:30 a.m. game. Denver's 6.5 point favorites over the Jets, a 41.5 point total. And then we have, what's it look like? 1, 2, 3 more overseas games that are listed. The Rams and the Jags. Rams are 4.5 point favorites there. This game, there ain't a chance. If you're betting this game early, spread, you got to call the number. Falcons and the Colts.
Oh, Falcons easy.
I mean, there's 4 quarterbacks that we don't know. Penix could get hurt. We have no idea what the Colts quarterback situation could be. And then the last overseas game they have listed, Washington and Miami. That's the Spain game. Washington's 2.5 point favorites with a 49.5 point total. And then they have a Thanksgiving game and a Christmas game listed. Chicago's 6.5 point dog with a 45 total visiting Philly. And Denver going to Kansas City on Christmas, 4.5 point dogs with a 44.5. Any of those stick out to you?
Not really. I mean, it's kind of what we expected, right?
Yeah,
like I said, all I really care about is the playoffs, and those are divisional matchups.
The one that I like the best would be the Rams minus 4.5 against the Jags. I think the Rams improved. So, and even if the Jags did improve, which I think they didn't improve enough to be 4.5-point dogs to the Rams, who were likely the second best team in the NFC, in my opinion.
Let's start the draft, Tyler.
All right,
Otherwise, I'm going to start talking about clickbait that I'm not supposed to be talking about.
All right, let's do it, spread. I'll get the
countdown. Bro, but there's
going.
no way Rome Odunze should be ahead of Darnell Mooney.
Let me get the countdown going. We'll go.
Dude,
5,
there's no way.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Like George Pickens at 6? Like, come on. Bro, what did he have last year? I retweeted it. All right, Jeremy's going to join us. Most of these wide receivers that Tomlin, the really smart guy that you don't like, they trade, they have a 20% drop in production the very next year. Is the same thing going to happen to George Pickens, Tyler?
I think there's a chance it does, but I also think there's a chance he could look better, but his numbers could be worse. Like, it could be a weird thing, spread, because if teams just start to go 2-man high defense with him and CD there, he's still going to be the guy that goes deep to make those guys cover him, and CD's just going to eat all the underneath to where CD has more yards. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it could be a weird thing with him. He might be more of a decoy, but I mean,
do you think that he'll cause problems if
quarterback
that's the case?
Upgrade for him?
If CD's getting like 14 targets a game and he's only getting 3, do you think that's going to be an issue?
He'll definitely get more than 3. CD's going to get his 14. Pickens will get anywhere from 6 to 8, maybe even. He might even get 6. Is that going to be an issue? No. Quarterback improvement also. I think he'll be fine.
Like Alan Lazard is ahead of. Oh my gosh! All right, we're not supposed to talk about clickbait though. Let me put this. I'm gonna take this down. The top 3 were right though. For those who don't know,
I think Smith is better than Higgins.
This is terrible content. Do you?
Yeah.
I don't. Well,
but here's
you know what? No, you're right. You know, if you were gonna have me have one of those players on the Raiders, I would actually take Smith as well.
Yeah. And I think you could argue Smith is the wide receiver 1 there. So it's like, and then if it's AJ Brown, then he's clearly the best wide receiver 2. I think they're interchangeable. Yeah. I think those two are
I thought Waddle was way too low on that list too. Why is Waddle so low? Just the injuries?
I mean, if we were making our own list and not going off that one, I'd have Waddle way higher.
Yeah. I would have Cup way lower too. I'd have Cup at like 15.
Yeah, Cup would be way lower.
I think the main problem with that list is like half the players weren't even number 2s.
Yeah.
Like how is Trey Harris not the Chargers? Right? All right,
also,
are we in?
We have 8 of 12. I hit the refresh button.
All right, guys. If you want to draft with us, you have no excuse not to. Only 8 people in here on the DraftKings. $2 million to first. Millymaker style draft. Let's go. What else you got for us, Tyler?
I was going to – looks like our draft field, so we're going to be getting ready to do that. And we are picking at the turn spread, so – we're in Derrick Henry territory. Are you doing any dynasty drafts this year?
Yeah, I'm just starting a dynasty league.
I was gonna.
That's what I was doing in between the shows when I wasn't talking. When we were just sitting there, I was sending out all the emails because I'm the commissioner. Wait, I said I would buy you a team. When did I say that? What's up, Green Bean? Did I say this, Tyler? Did I say I was going to buy Clyde a team, Tyler?
I don't remember. Our guy Jeremy's at pick 5, though. We got Omega King at 3.
Clyde, where are you picking?
Looks like
All
those
right,
are the only two names I recognize.
just
Anybody
from
else in the chat, let
remembering
us
last
know.
time though, Tyler, those early picks, if it's between a wide receiver and running back, I felt like there was better running back options later in the draft. I did. I was.
Yeah.
That was
Plus, we're
before
at
I
the
was
turn, so we're going to be in this
green beans at the two spot. He's gonna
best
be
case scenario.
What?
Best case scenario, we somehow walk away with Puka and Derrick Henry.
I'll take Puka Nico.
Is that very likely to happen? No.
No. It's more. We're not taking McCaffrey either. How about Nico Brian Thomas? I'll take that.
Did you see they said? I would take that. I would gladly take that.
Got foreclosed.
Plays out.
No, what happened, Clyde, was I didn't get nearly as much as I wanted to get for it. It was terrible.
Hit the refresh button because that was frozen. I don't know why. All right, so the first three pretty much sticks to the same regardless of which site you're drafting on. Chase, Barkley, Jefferson. It just depends on which order you get there. Omega King taking Barkley at 3. Can't hate him for that one. Let's see who our guy.
I like Bijan as number 1. I like Bijan as the number 1 running back this year.
I don't hate that. He has the better catching upside. A lot more pass points for him over Saquon. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Gibbs takes on more of a heavier role. And if he takes on a heavier role, watch out. No way your guy falls to us, right?
No. I don't like Justin Jefferson at 2.
But how do you feel about the
Omega King,
name?
right?
Oh, our guy Derrick Henry goes at 9, so can't even take him at the turn. We're next up.
We get Genty.
You want to go Nico Brian Thomas?
It's
looking like the route. We don't want McCaffrey. Or we'll take Nico first. Come back around.
The only one I consider is Drake London.
Let's get some Brian Thomas because I feel like we can build up the Travis Hunter stack.
Okay. Who's pick 2 from our draft? Why did you take Jefferson there?
Is he talking in the chat?
Oh, Green Bean. It's Green Bean.
Oh, Green Bean. I don't mind taking Jefferson at the 2 spot.
You're not worried. Well, I guess he did okay without Darnold last year. I'm just worried about the QB drop off.
Does it matter who plays quarterback here? He was good with Kirk Cousins. He was good with Darnold.
He's going to be open by. JJ McCarthy averaged like 11 attempts in college.
Spread. He's going to be like so Trey Lance shit. This dude's going to be so open. It doesn't matter.
I hope so. I hope you're right. Don't even get me started
He's
on Jordan Addison.
Wide open.
List. Who's the first quarterback to go?
Josh Allen.
Omega King likes Gibbs.
I don't mind Gibbs. I like this start right here. Talk about a nice running back start here. Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, never mind. I understand what he's saying.
And Clyde saying JJ is not a drop-off.
Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous. The guy's never thrown a pass in the NFL in his life. And he threw like 11
He did run an NFL-style offense at Michigan. He's played in
Yeah, he ran an NFL style where he handed the ball off every single time.
Yeah, but the passes he did throw are like intermediate routes. And
I'm not saying he's not going to have a good career, but this idea that he's going to come in and just hit the ground running and do what
Darnold did in a Kevin O'Connell offense. I think you could drop 25 quarterbacks into this team and they'll play fine.
I mean, we'll find out. We said that about Mike McDaniel too.
Like would it surprise Sam Darnold sucked up until this year, so let's not act like he was some like hidden prospect that we all just threw in the trash. The dude was garbage.
But the thing is, talented people like him.
And then
like Kyle Shanahan, who knows quarterbacks. He wanted to work with Darnold.
Offensive play callers in the league and one of the best offensive units in the league. And he looked good.
I mean, a quarterback's a big part of that.
You're telling me if we dropped Daniel Jones in there, we're not talking about him getting $100 million from somebody in the offseason?
I think Darnold's more talented than Daniel Jones.
I think they're the same realm of quarterback.
No, I think Darnold's way better. I think Darnold's got a way better arm. All right. Let's check the chat. Hartman, this is the biggest argument that I think goes against me. Jefferson was still a beast with Josh Dobbs. Yeah, okay. So that's a good one. And once again, Clyde, just the master of hyperbole, a one-legged J.J. McCarthy over Sam Darnold. J.J. McCarthy, who's never done anything at the National Football League. Bro, do you know who else won a national championship? A.J. McCarron. Whoop-de-doo. Oh, he won a natty on a stacked squad. Yeah, go look at how all those Alabama quarterbacks turned out. All right, what do we got going on? A whole lot of what we'd expect, right? I still can't believe Bucky Irving goes ahead of Kyron Williams. What am I missing there?
Yeah, that's a weird one.
I think A-Chain went too late. I'd rather have A-Chain more than – you guys already know this, though. I'd rather have A-Chain more than McCaffrey or Jonathan Taylor.
He gets a little Miami stack going here at the 5 spot, Jeremy. A-Chain, Tyreek Hill.
I like that.
To go with CeeDee Lamb.
So Green Bean took all players that I don't like. Green Bean, you can tell is a fan of Tyler and not me. He's watching this show for you. Because I'm fine on Jefferson, but I want him in the back 6.
I would have took Kyron ahead of Bucky.
Okay.
I think there's pathways.
And you know Bucky me, I'm not high on Marvin Harrison at all.
I think there's pathways Bucky loses some of that time in that backfield to White, to Sean Tucker. And like we know McVay rides the running back spot. Like if Kyron doesn't get hurt, he's.
And I don't think that they're going to re-sign Kyron. So if I'm him, I'm just thinking like
you run him into the dirt.
It's like getting a rental or a lease, right? Like I'm giving this car back at the end of the year. Right, I don't care about the brakes. I don't care about the wheel wells. All right, let's figure out what we're gonna do.
Probably should get on the board with a running back.
We don't need to. Are we going Jacksonville stack?
Do we want to get some Hunter?
All right. I think we go Breece Hall, Travis Hunter, or DJ Moore, Travis Hunter. And I'm not even in love with Travis Hunter.
We want to go Breece Hall, DJ Moore. How about that?
Yeah. Or do we want Devontae Adams over DJ Moore?
DJ Moore's a 1. I'd rather have DJ Moore.
He's a lot younger, too. All right, let's go back to the chat. At least we can hang out with the chat longer in this slot today.
Yeah, we get more than enough time to get the board back up for everybody.
Yeah, Green Bean. No, Green Bean, we're happy to have you here. Just disappointed that you're obviously a Tyler fan and you're not listening to my takes, but wonderful. All right, guys, throw some stuff in the chat. We got plenty to talk about here today. And we'd love to hear your questions. Tyler, let's take a look at the board. What are like some of the biggest shocks that you've seen here? I mean, who do we got here? We got Omega King. Bro, that's some pretty good value for McBride, don't you think?
Yeah.
To me, I have McBride. I'm a Raiders fan, and I loved Brock Bowers last year, but I think McBride should be tied in 1.
Yeah, but the thing is the touchdowns and
upgrading quarterback, right? Like if we talk about,
yeah, like Geno Smith could have Brock Bowers stats go up more to where if Trey McBride,
the offense will be better.
Trey McBride's going to get all those targets, but if the touchdowns don't start to come, then his fantasy numbers seem limited, don't they?
Yeah. So, all right. Besides ours, who's your favorite team so far?
This one right here. Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, Lamar Jackson, Mike Evans.
Huh.
Probably doesn't have to draft a running back for a little bit because he has two studs. He has Lamar, who should fill his quarterback spot for mostly every week.
What about the guy at 6? Amon-Ra, St. Brown, Drake London, Jackson Smith, and Xavier Worthy.
I don't hate that team, but I would have probably took Hampton over Worthy and got a running back in there.
Fair enough. He's got 4 guys that could go off, though.
Yeah.
I like that start.
There's been no real big surprises on guys getting reached for me, really. Like, it seems like everyone's
No, there hasn't been any nutties. I mean, this one's definitely not getting thrown out.
Like, I would say the biggest, not quote unquote reach, but the most surprise for me was Bucky over Kyron.
But that's in a lot of drafts. A lot of
people, but I was about to say that there's arguments that wasn't even really that big of a shock. So
no, that's pretty normal.
Everything's truly sticking to form.
I mean, we disagree with it, and wow, we actually agree on something. But I can't believe Chuba Hubbard goes so high.
That's one I can disagree with, but again, that's where he gets drafted in these drafts.
Yeah.
That stinks. He's our guy. Jeremy took Zay Flowers from our guy trying to build a Baltimore stack.
Oh, that's messed up. All right, let's look at the board and let's see what's on there. Let me check the chat real quick, too.
Yeah, here, I'll switch back over.
Best ball guy, what's up, man? He said, good luck with your draft. Man, we need it today because I got to make sure Tyler doesn't draft Mark Andrews. Clyde says, Raiders drafted some North Dakota State guy, and they won a lot in college, so that could be saucy for Raiders. Are you talking about the 6th-round quarterback we got?
I'm down for one of the rookie running backs, RJ Harvey or Travion Henderson.
Yes, that's why I like to wait on running back because I love this range right here. Look, dude, we're set, dude, because I'll even take Judkins here too.
I would rather have Harvey was going to be my 1, but now I'd rather have Henderson if he doesn't get picked right here.
Over Judkins?
Yes.
Okay.
I think he's just in a much better offense.
What are we getting next?
I kind of want the guy right below him.
Ridley?
But what spread? Here's the thing. If you look at his numbers, he put up 1,000 yards last year. And think about how bad his quarterback situation was. And it's about to get upgraded. You want to go Travion?
Yeah, now let's just talk about the next one.
And then I think we should pick Ridley.
So I would rather have Judkins, Waddle.
Here's the thing, though. If Ridley's legit in a wide receiver room that we just talked about in another draft, that Lockett's the 2, and that's it.
Yeah, but it's count.
Let's take Ridley. Come on. Trust me.
Go ahead. Sorry, Judkins. I tried.
Probably playing from behind most of the season, so he's going to get thrown the ball. Like I like this spot for him.
Yeah, I don't know how good Cam Ward's going to be his rookie year.
He's going to be better than Mason Rudolph and Will Levis.
By how much, though?
I think he can be a couple steps better, like levels up. He's going to give him more chances downfield.
I mean, Ridley pretty much had like one good year when he was like the number 2 to Julio Jones. And ever since that gambling suspension, he's never been that good.
Yeah, I mean, if he cleared 1,000 yards, like I get it, they have 18 games to do it now, but there wasn't many receivers that cleared 1,000 last year.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up. I was doing the same thing as I said it. I was like, I got to make sure.
All right, well, I'll talk then while you pull it up. Since I still have everything I got right on the NBA Rundown show we were arguing today. I have all those things pulled up still.
Yeah, I was way off by that. 24 guys cleared 1,000 yards.
Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be a lot.
But I mean, like, he drew 120 targets.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I mean, obviously, like I'd be throwing a fit and be
50,
good for
almost
some
16
content,
yards
right?
per catch. Only
Like
4
if it was a
touchdowns.
Mark Andrews level pick, like I would have definitely not allowed.
Yeah.
I don't know, not allowed it because
I mean,
you're the one hitting the button.
just for instance, here's the one guy I would have probably took Diggs over Ridley, maybe if we had
Yeah, because
had
we would have had an awesome potential for
Mhm.
Drake May backstack.
But we could still get Pollard and build in a Tennessee stack. So, and we could draft
I don't
Cam
want
Ward late.
Cam Ward.
We draft Cam Ward late, second quarterback, third quarterback.
Cam Ward. I do not want Cam.
But like,
We
look
don't
at the
have a first
receivers.
quarterback.
We're gonna take Caleb, unless you want to take Stroud or Lawrence. I think we take Caleb.
I want Stroud, kind of.
Let's go Caleb, Stroud,
and 20th pick.
Cam Ward.
He's not going to be around at 20.
Yeah, we should be able to draft Caleb at this turn and get CJ at the next. Right. And if not, Trevor's waiting there for us.
Bro, I think CJ's going to have a better year than Caleb. So if we miss out on Caleb, I'm not even upset.
I'm on way different side.
How?
Running upside for Caleb.
Oh, Ben Johnson.
It's not even that. His offensive line improved. He threw for 3,800 yards with an offensive line that was non-existent last year, spread.
Damn it. Okay, you got a good point there. I concede that point. That's an excellent point.
They turned Keenan Allen's old-bodied self into Luther Burden. That is a giant improvement. I would not be surprised as high as I am on McMillan, and the way I look at Hunter is he's going to play wide receiver and defense. I really don't categorize him as a wide receiver. I wouldn't be surprised if Luther Burden's the best wide receiver out of this draft spread.
Too bad Jamie's down here to talk about Matthew Golden. All right, who are we targeting here?
Targeting Matthew here, just looking at the board. I mean, we could snag another running back. I'm down to get another running back if there. So, I mean, no, you're not going to like it.
There's a lot of players in this range I like. Like, literally, other than DeAndre Swift, I'll be okay with anyone you pick.
See, that's what it was. I was going to be like, I know you're not going to like the one guy I won, Swift.
You want DeAndre fucking Swift?
They didn't add anyone to the backfield.
Fine, because we're taking Caleb, right?
Yes, we could take them both here unless one of them gets picked, because Caleb's not going to make it around on the turn.
Drafting DeAndre Swift, and it's not the 20th round. This is painful.
Pass catching upside is a back. If they don't add anything to his backfield, he's still going to be the guy.
Bro, we're leaving like Jaden Reed on the board for fucking DeAndre Swift.
We have 4 wide receivers already.
We should have gone Jaden Reed, Jordan Love. We fucked up.
We'll be all right. See, now you fell in love with Jamie's name. Now you want to draft Green Bay guys. Like, calm down, spread. Like, Chicago's going to win this division. You'll be happy later.
No, they are not going to win the division. And the chat hasn't even talked, so I don't have anything to try and – oh, my gosh. That DeAndre Swift pick hurt my heart.
What other running backs are we going to take?
And Green Bean's coming back with the 2 guys I love. What running backs do I want to take? Pacheco? I don't know.
Pacheco is coming off a broken leg and looked like shit when he came back last year.
A Chicago stack. What year is this?
Where's our guy Omega King going here? Jaden Reed?
Yeah, because he's smart. He'll probably grab Jordan Love on the way back and beat him.
You know what's going to be funny is when Jaden Reed gets traded.
To who?
Watch them trade one of these wide receivers.
Why would they trade Jaden Reed?
I'm telling you, Green Bay's going to
Chad, help me here, man. Me and Tyler are going to end up getting at each other's throats. Too much content today.
I'm just having fun over here poking. Spread's getting worked up.
It's easy. I don't know why I'm so blah today. Oh, I have an idea.
There goes Mark Andrews.
Your favorite. That guy just threw away a pick. Can you imagine being so overconfident you just think you don't need a 9th round pick?
Oh, it cracked me up.
Oh, there goes Pacheco. Wait, he didn't take Jordan Love?
No. He has McBride. So he took Kyler Murray.
Oh, I would rather have Jordan Love.
Jordan Love might come back around.
No way. He took my side. I don't even know what we were arguing about.
I think the Jordan Love, Jaden Reed thing.
Oh. Please run. Please rain. Please rain. I'm hoping to get one more little bit of rain here, Tyler. Before fire season. Wouldn't it suck if I bought this house and it burned down my first summer here?
That would suck.
Can you imagine if I'm like, doing shows from a trailer and shit?
So they took Loveland from a spread? No.
Yeah, I know. They're a bunch of jerks. We should take Loveland over DeAndre Swift. Fucking A.
That was way too early to take Loveland.
Obviously not. All right, go back to the other one. Let's start plotting our next pick.
Shit. We doing it?
No.
You don't want to do it?
I think we should take CJ
and Jaden Higgins.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Fuck.
All right, what do we do?
CJ and Evan Ingram. Oh, Luther Burden?
Luther Burden.
Yeah.
Perfect name to pop up at the bottom of the list for us.
We can grab Cole Kmet towards the end, too.
Yep. And we can get that rookie tight end from the Jets as a little mini stack if we wanted
Mason
to
Taylor.
Go Brees Hall.
And
we're building. I mean, this guy. Guy wanted Higgins and Stroud, and we screwed him by taking. He wanted to do what we did.
That's true, but we had Nico, so it's not like we're being dicks.
He didn't have anything else related. No.
I mean, he screwed us by taking Brock Bowers and not letting him sit on the board for another 25 picks.
Well, I wasn't letting him. We will never draft him when we're drafting the other. I can't click his button that high.
Dude, if it was there at the end of round 3, pick 36, you would.
I mean, yeah, pick 36, I would, but he took him at 14. Like, we weren't taking him over Brian Thomas.
No, I know. I'm just messing around now. All right. Come on, let me get some rain. All right, what's the chat saying? Nothing new. Quiet chat today, Tyler. Where are all our friends? They don't like us anymore?
46 viewers, too, and pretty quiet.
We were on time.
Maybe that's why. We're on time. They are expecting us to be late.
I was going to say, we're arguing. We're giving the people what they want.
Let's check out our guy, Jeremy's team. He went Mason, Prescott, Golden, Aaron Jones, Pickens, Flowers, Hurts.
I like everything about his team except
Tyreek Hill, A-Chain, and Lamb.
Oh, but I don't going for a Dallas stack. No,
he has the Dallas stack.
I guess yeah. So that makes Pickens acceptable.
And he has Hurts with no weapons, but I mean, Hurts naked isn't the worst thing.
Yeah, I agree.
He has the small Miami stack with 2 of their main guys. He has Zay Flowers, who's a wide receiver 1, and Golden and Mason. Like, yeah, that's not a bad team. And Mason and Jones Jr., he has that both their backfield. So I like that. And we're coming up in 7, so we're going to switch over. And then after we make our picks, we'll go over Omega Kings. We can unstar Trevor Lawrence. We don't need him. I'm down for some. At least
I'm getting a little rain, Tyler. So all the areas that I dug on my little dirt road, I might be able to do a little more digging.
There you go.
So now we can just pretty much pick. Oh, we don't have a tight end yet, huh?
I'm down. We'll get one on the second pick. If Tootin's here, I think we take him.
And what Kincaid?
Yeah, with Kincaid. Because we're going to pick back to back.
Yeah. I think Kincaid's so much better than Goddard.
I agree. Is our guy going to take our guy again? Let's see. Is Cade Pump going to screw us again? He's thinking. He's thinking hard.
Three, two, one.
Nope. We get Tootin and Kincaid. Do you like those two?
Yes. I'm just glad you didn't try and get me to draft JJ McCarthy.
Why would we draft them?
I don't know. I'm just fucking with you from our argument earlier.
We have no correlation there.
You want to draft Kyle Pitts?
No.
Omega King says we got a nice price.
Asking if you want to draft Kyle Pitts is like, like when you're like hanging with your friends and there's like that one guy you really don't know. Mm-hmm. And like that's the guy that like asked you to do like the hard drugs and you're like, all right, now we're crossing lines. Like that's like basically what you just asked me when you asked me to draft Kyle Pitts.
It's like offering you a line of meth.
Yeah, it's basically what you just did.
That's true because I know people who've drafted Kyle Pitts once and they just can't stop doing it, even though it's costing them their house and home. I guess that is good, right?
There's got to be something in the water when you draft them.
Yeah, that's true.
Our guy Omega King agrees with the Tootin pick there.
Yeah, I threw that one on there. I thought that was a good point. All right, dang it. I was going to ask you another question. So we still need more tight ends, though, right? Because that's our
first. We'll get another. Is this an 18 or a 20?
20. Everything's 20 now.
Okay, this is still 20.
Well, for us. Yeah.
Been messing around on Underdog, so 18 rounds over there. I got Jeremy got the full Dallas stack. You went got Jaden Blue and Jake Ferguson. I don't hate that.
How much is too much when you're stacking?
I mean, what if a team averages 30? Like, you pretty much have spots covered.
So I asked you a question I already knew the answer to. I just don't want to use more than half of my first 8 picks on the same team.
I could agree there.
So my point there is once you get past pick 10, like stack to your heart's desire.
Mm-hmm.
I think we know that the top 100 are.
I think there's circumstances where you can go against that though. Like if George Pickens falls down the board and you already have 3 Dallas guys, like you're like, I'm not leaving him here.
Yeah, it's like grammar, right? Like you have to know the rules to break them. But for the most part, I think the top 80 to 100 players are priced correctly. And so, there is hashtag get your guys. The idea is the guy at 160's got a way better chance of being mispriced than the guy at pick 60 would be my thing.
I see what you're saying.
I mean, outside of rookies, it's kind of hard. All right, let's move over and figure out where we're going next. You want Cam?
What? Huh?
Do you want Cam?
Cam Wharton as our third quarterback?
Yeah.
If he makes it, I'm not
He's
against
on the board.
it.
I'm down for him.
Yeah, I'm not against it if he makes it there. Where I love to go in.
I don't really like this range, right?
There's one guy I love in this range every time.
I know, and there's one guy that I love, and we might end up. Well, we're gonna have to negotiate because we do need a tight end. Don't you agree? And your guy's not a tight end, and my guy's not.
We could cross off Cam Ward. We already have 2 quarterbacks. Cam Ward just got picked anyway. Who's your guy? My guy's Ray Davis.
You like Ray Davis? Scroll down. I'll show you mine. Dubes.
Strange. Small Jacksonville stack.
I think we should go Strange.
Okay, I'm going to take Ray Davis first and then Strange.
Okay, but before you take Strange, should we take Ertz over Strange?
I don't think so.
I don't either. Okay, good. I'm glad we agree. Did you already click it?
Yeah, we're already done. Clicking back over now.
Dude, so we have so much Derrick Henry and Ray Davis.
Just imagine James Cook holds out spread. We are going to be sitting so good. He's also not the brightest guy of health. He's also not the best running back either, and they love to run the ball.
He's really not that good. Do you remember his first year how shitty he was? Because I remember I kept drafting him in DFS.
Yeah, like he's not the best, but he does well. But I think Ray Davis could do just as good or better in that system. I also would want Zach Ertz with Jaden Daniels. Like, where's he at? He's on K. Thompson's team.
Would you hear that, Tyler?
What's that?
Did that come through?
Our guy Felix is in the chat.
Did that thunder come through?
No, I didn't hear the thunder. Felix, we got to find another guy to fight over these drafts.
No. I was watching Felix's show the other day. He drafted Najee in the second pick overall. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Good to see you. Felix, what have been our main debates so far? Felix, I know you have your rankings posted, but just remind me real quick, where do you have Justin Jefferson at? And where do you have DeAndre Swift at? Unbelievable. I can't believe we have DeAndre Swift shares in 2020.
The only thing I'm worried about, to be completely honest with you, with our running back room, would be if Breece Hall somehow does get traded and ends up in Chicago, and it's him and Swift.
I don't think they're going to trade him. I don't think they're going to trade him to Chicago. If he got traded, don't you think he would get traded before the draft? I can't imagine him getting traded now.
I think he could be one of them training camp guys. You know how some guys get moved right as training camp starts to end or start?
Yeah.
He's got JJ at 4.
He has him higher than me then.
All right, let's click back over.
Who are we going to pick?
We can go any way we want. We're 2-5-5-2, so. Did we take Stroud? Yes. I don't hate taking Noel. He's going to be wide receiver 3 or somewhere in that depth chart for them. Competing with the likes of Mechie and Hutchinson.
There's plenty of people I like here. I like
I don't want Samson.
Henry. Okay, I liked him, but I don't mind not taking him because there's
my reasoning behind that is he's going to be behind Jerome Ford on the depth chart.
That's fine. Then let's grab a guy that's going to be a number 2 for sure. Let's grab
Wright.
Jalen Noel and Jalen Wright.
Yep. Okay.
Go down a little bit. There's a couple other tight ends that I was curious about. No, never mind. The only other one I would consider in this range is the Tennessee wide receiver.
But Lockett's right there too. And see?
Yeah, I'd rather have him. Let's grab the 2 Jalen's.
Yeah. Double Jalen picks right here.
It's crazy how that's such a popular name, huh?
Those are only 2
just
Jalen's.
Blew up.
Yeah.
We should just draft so many Jalen's.
I bet you can do that.
You could do one if you did all J's. Just all teams that start with J.
Listen, Jalen Hurts, Jalen Warren.
But you're going to be reaching so hard.
Jalen Noel.
Yeah, I know you can do it, but I'm just saying. So go to the first round. Who's the first Jalen that comes off the board? But see, if you just do a J, then you can start with Josh Allen.
Jamar in there, Justin. Jameer.
But where we're at the 12, right? If you just did J's, you would start with Josh Allen and Jonathan Taylor. That's not a bad start.
Oh, yeah.
Then when you go back through
Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, it'd be Jalen Hurts. You can't do all Jalen's. You could do every available.
Jaden Reed? Or that's Jaden, not Jaden. Yeah.
All right, we're off the rails when we're doing all Jalen teams.
If you add in the Jade Dins, you can put in Jaden Higgins and Jaden Reed. Just saying.
All right. We still got a while till we're up, right?
Yeah, we're up in 11. Pat Bryant's off the board in the 16th round.
Dude,
Where do you think Keenan Allen's going? You think he's going back to the Chargers?
Yes. That's a Jalen, right? They just went
Jalen
off
Royals.
the board. Yeah.
Jalen,
Is that a
back to
Jalen?
back.
And then we got a Jalen Coker.
Yep. I mean, look at this spread. The Jalen's are. There's like 30 of them in the draft.
Yeah. It's just you got to start like round 3 or something. Just so your team's not fucked. Like grab best player available for your first 2 rounds, then it's Jalen time. Because after that, there's a Jalen in almost every round, right? You can grab Jalen McMillan. There's no
I forgot about
Jalen
Jalen McMillan.
There's no Jalen around 12. Is there a Jalen in 11? No Jalen in 11. Jay Don. Jameson. All right, let's get back. Let's figure this out. You want to grab Dalton Schultz? Another Jalen Tolbert?
I don't mind that. Stack with the Houston guys.
All right, so let's grab Schultz and who else?
Add to the Jalen's. I'm just joking.
I don't mind it. Do you want to grab Shador?
I don't hate that as a third quarterback.
I mean, there's like, who are you on the board? Or are you like pissed that we're not going to be able to draft?
Yeah,
right?
I mean, Will Shipley. So you can hold Saquon's water bottle. So we'll go Dalton Schultz. Yeah, how many running backs do we have? We have 6. Yeah, so let's go Shador.
Cool. I still can't believe he ended up in Cleveland, man. I thought he was going to take over.
It's almost like Cleveland. Like, remember when we talked about Cleveland, like they're going to draft him at 2? It was almost like they knew no one else was going to draft him, and they were like, let's watch and see how far he can fall on the board before we finally get him.
But then why did they take Dylan Gabriel?
That was where.
Remember when they showed the film room? You know, every other one they're high-fiving. On this one, they're like.
Well, did you see whenever they drafted Gabriel, they did that little like fake clap? But whenever they drafted Shador, Stefanski was excited. He was clapping, and Andrew Berry looked pissed.
Yeah.
So it's almost like there's 2 different regimes there calling shots.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that's happened. Felix says, Pat in the 16th, they must have my rankings. So you know what Felix does, Tyler? Have you seen the show where he sets up the queue as his rankings and he doesn't touch it? So the one I was watching, like he just wasn't drafting running backs. Because, you know, if there's a wide receiver ahead in the queue, it would draft a wide receiver. It was amazing content there, Tyler. Amazing content. That's when you know that you just have already won the Millymaker once, when you're just, let it draft for me. Are we backstacking Shador with anybody?
Well, let's see what we can do.
Wish we had Dylan Sampson now.
Deontay Johnson.
Is he on Cleveland?
Yeah. Harold Fannin could be another backstack option.
Oh, yeah. Now you're talking my language.
Start him up. I'm going to also start Deontay Johnson. No guarantees we draft him.
Yeah, George Pickens next Deontay Johnson. Remember how good we thought he was going to be last year?
There's another Jalen.
That's a popular ass name.
Jaleel McLaughlin just got drafted. Your favorite.
Don't ever mention his name to me again.
Spread like I'll fight you if you mention the name again.
Right? It's just like when you dated like a terrible woman, and then like you see her out and about, and everyone's like, "Did you used
Why
to
would I
hang
ever
out with
do
her?"
that?
And you're like, "Don't bring that up." Like, I can't believe I used to bang that chick.
That was like the weirdest person for you to hitch your wagon to last year too. Like, I was like, what in the hell made you hitch your wagon to
Bro,
Jordan?
it was the Javonte. It's a Javonte Williams fade, and the idea that Peyton had success with smaller running backs such as Kamara and Darren Sproles, and that you're getting them in the 16th round, and
Talking about guys that are like 10
obviously
times
it
the
was
player of
flawed.
fucking Jaleel McLaughlin.
Okay, it was a flawed premise.
It's funny though. It's funny to look back on. We all have those bad takes, Brett. We all have them.
What about the guy who drafted? Who did he draft? Your guy Chase Claypool in every single draft.
Oh my god. We're up next. What are we thinking?
He drafted Chase Claypool in every single draft. Ollie Gordon? No, we already have him Miami running back. Dontavian Wicks. Wow, he's that low. Remember how high we were on him last year? You want the Giddens guy?
No, you just went.
I like. What do we
I
need?
did Wicks.
Fannon's gone, right?
No, he's like 288.
Let's just take
Wicks and Fannin.
Or Slayton.
I clicked Wicks. We were running out of time.
Let's just take Fannin. Who cares?
We want the back stack. We want the two disrespected rookies in their draft position.
Thank you for hanging out with us, Jeremy. I'll be back here next week, same time. Appreciate you.
Hey, that was our final pick. I thought we had one more. Nope, we're done. Want to go over some of these teams?
Yeah.
I mean, our guy Jeremy and Omega King still need to make their last pick, but we can get through everything else.
We can do it. We're not going to – it's not like we're going to give them some league-winning insight with how they use their 20th pick. All right.
I mean, our guy Jeremy went CD, A-Chain, and Hill for a small Miami stack, some Hurts.
Love it.
Zay Flowers, George Pickens, Aaron Jones, Matthew Golden, Dak, Jordan Mason, Jaden Blue, Jake Ferguson, Rashid Shaheed, Mike Gesicki, Anthony Richardson, Nick Chubb, Devin Neal, Tesla, my guy Juwan Johnson, and he's going to make his last pick up here next. I like his team. I mean, the Dallas stack, he's got a couple other pieces.
Yeah, great way to start.
NFC
And that's the only way you can justify Pickens. So good job there.
Yeah, and he's got the small mini stacks. He's got the small Minnesota stack. He's got the small Miami one. Like, I like the way his team's built. He's got a small New Orleans stack with Shaheed and Neal and Juwan Johnson. So I like that team. Then our guy Omega King went Barkley, Higgins, McBride, Devontae Smith, McMillan. I think that's a nice spot for McMillan. Jordan Addison, Caleb Johnson, Jaden Reed, Kyler Murray, Trey Harris, Charbonnet, Rashad White, Bryce Young, Rico Dowdle, Braylon Allen, Michael Wilson, Jalen Coker, Higbee, Marshawn Lloyd, and Brooks in Cincinnati. So he's got a nice Carolina stack. He's pretty much got everybody but Hubbard and Jatavion Sanders. So I mean,
we're nitpicking. Great team. My nitpicks were I would have taken Bijan over Saquon, and I would have taken Jordan Love over Kyler. But, I mean, just nitpick on small player takes. But the roster construction is great. And at the end of the day, that's what really matters because, player takes are going to either be right or wrong. But the thing is, you can nail your player takes.
My one worry is only having two quarterbacks and them both being small guys in Kyler Murray and Bryce Young. That's my one worry.
Yeah, I would say
love the team build.
He's scrolling down on his
names.
Where should he have been? Where should he have added a third quarterback? Scroll down. Obviously, hindsight's 2020, but he would have had to address it earlier. Maybe grabbing a Stafford instead of Rashad White, but
I mean, Daniel Jones was left undrafted.
So,
I mean,
you want a real quarterback. I mean,
My thing
He
that
should
that
have
Bengals
addressed
running
it
back
earlier.
room is pretty jammed up right now. But I think that it's going to be just Chase Brown again, pretty much by himself. Like maybe Brooks spells in a little bit. Maybe Zach Moss gives him a break. But like I might have taken Will Howard over the Brooks kid. That's just my opinion.
Or Daniel Jones, I guess you're right. But I would have addressed it earlier because the whole team is stacked.
Yeah.
I would have addressed it where you took Charbonnet and who was the other running back that he took? Scroll up. And Rashad. I would have grabbed a quarterback with those. Because he could have grabbed Tua, Drake May, Trevor, Penix. I wouldn't have
Ahead of
taken both of
Sharps,
them.
though?
Yes.
I'd have maybe taken him ahead of Rashad White, but they all came off the board.
This team's got potential to be stacked. And what if, like you said, both QBs get hurt and you put up a 0 1 week?
Yeah.
And that could be the difference between you winning or losing your pod. Because the rest of his picks, I mean, obviously it comes down to player takes, but I love them. Feel you nailed every round. All right. Let's go to Green Bean at pick 2.
Jefferson.
We already talked about Jefferson. I thought he was too high. You didn't. We talked about Irving already. We've talked about Harrison 1,000 times. What do you think of Hampton?
I love it right there, 4th round. I mean, I feel like that's where you should pick him at.
Don't like Chuba.
Yeah, don't like Chuba. But I mean, I'd probably take Walker, Kamara, maybe even Harvey over Chuba.
I would take that whole round ahead of Chuba.
I don't know about these last 2 guys.
I would even take Judkins and Connor ahead of Chuba and Caleb. Chuba should be down here with Aaron Jones and Tony Pollard.
He's a little better than you're giving him credit for. My worry, though, is like he could lose some time to Rico Dowdle.
Yeah. All right. I love the Waddle Jennings. I love the way he did that little turn. Fields is great for fantasy. This isn't real life. You know, if you're watching, you know we love Scatterboo. Purdy to match with Jennings, fantastic. Tucker Kraft, great pick there. Maybe when we missed out on tight end, we should have targeted Kraft. All right.
To the surprise of no one spread, Shams just put out the report that Tatum did rupture his Achilles, and he's done pretty much next year too.
Yeah. Yeah, good team overall. I love the way he finishes up. All the guys that we love. Kraft, Kyle Williams, Mason Taylor, Cedric Tillman, Cade Otton, Pat Bryant, Jalen Royals, Brashard Smith, I think his name is.
Yeah, Brashard Smith.
Yeah.
Jordan James.
Yeah. He killed it. Great.
I love taking the Chiefs rookies too, because you never know who could slot in and play in that offense.
Yeah, that's for sure. So, all right, Tyler, that's it for us today. Quick hour. How efficient are we, bro?
That was a good one. I mean, even the guys drafting
this is
with
perfect. Us. Yeah, this is perfect. All right, we'll be back next week, 4 p.m. Eastern, and then I'll find some clickbait wide receiver rankings. Fanspeak.com.
Let's do it.